Good morning. Good morning. I guess I'm live. Sorry. I've decided to come on for a reason. Again, I got the nudge to do so. So, good morning. I'm literally fresh, awake off my couch. Um, and so, forgive me. I'm real. I'm authentic. This is me at 6 o'clock in the a.m. in the mountain range of the States. So, good morning. I'm here. Come on in. Let me know who's here when you get here. If you're here to watch with me, that would be great. Um, let's just see. I'm just coming on to talk about some things and what I've seen, what's going on in my energetic field, how sensitive I'm becoming. For those who did my workshop recently, that is up right now. I went out and about yesterday and enjoyed the earth, and it was much, much needed. Um, and I could feel the pain of a tree. Like the tree was crying. I could feel like in my internal core, it was if, yeah, like slowly dying. It was very sad. And the tree was like crying. I've never felt that before, ever like that. And even later in the day when I came home in my hand, I still felt it. Like I just had like a sensation go through my hand and into my arm. And I felt that tree sad. It was like a sad tree. And it was just I almost cried for a tree. I've never done that before. So if you were in my workshop, I mean, I care, but I mean, that was just intense. And you might be seeing some of those changes. So that's what's up there. So, yes, it is super early. I don't usually ever come on this early. Used to be where spirit would be like, come on, do it. And I'd be like, no. And then I would do it, right? But here I am. Yesterday, I started trying to process in my mind, like, I know all the work I've done, I know what I've been saying, but I've been met with a lot of adversity with it, of course, right? Who wouldn't think I was nuts? Unless they've worked with me, or watched, or been willing to actually be awake, or were awake anyways. But I started saying in my head, well, the earthquakes will stop. This, I didn't cause this. And I even said it to somebody, I'm like, maybe I am just being silly, right? Like my warnings were null and void. And I accidentally put fear into people. That was going through my head. And I went to bed with that. Like, I'm just going to let it go. I even said a couple times, I'll delete my channel, just go back to work, just be normal. Like, none of this happened this last year. That's honest. That is my honest reality of what I did and what I was doing yesterday and thinking in my head. Like, I'll just be normal again. We'll just go back to normal. Go back to my old jobs. You guys, I applied for 15 jobs last week alone. Like I've been actually attempting to do it. Like I just want to go back to normal. I just want to be who I was. I just want a safe home for my kids. I don't need a mansion. I'm not all about money. If you've worked with me, you've known that. I've worked with pretty much everybody I've worked with when they needed it. Like I didn't need a massive following. Um, it wasn't important to me to be famous. I didn't want to be on a YouTube channel. Spirit pushed me to do that. I never thought I would. I didn't know how to make videos when I started doing this. My channel, I only started posting videos a year ago. And now here I am with you again, not deleting my channel, and again being smacked in the face with wake up, what you did is real. Okay. So that's why I'm on today. I wanted to share some things that I found and give you a little bit different perspective. Okay. Again, this went with, okay, the news isn't reporting here. I'm telling people I've detached the news from reality. Like, is this really real? I can't deny it. Every time I try to deny it, it smacks me in the face. So there was this other, when I first woke up this morning, I will show you what I saw. Well, besides a beautiful text message that I missed when I fell asleep that warmed my heart. But then I got up and the first thing I saw, let's see if I can find it again. Not kidding. The very first thing I saw was this headline right here. Important message. Please share. High magnitude earthquakes incoming 3.6 to 3.15. Okay. This is his warning from watching the activity. He's a watcher. He's a little bit oddball character, right? Like he was coming on live this morning smoking a bowl, and he's like, "Good morning, wake and bake." I'm just like, okay, let's do this, right? So it kind of made me laugh. So he's definitely down to earth. This unknown eagle. He's a little bit not professional. Okay, but it went with everything. And again, last night I went to bed saying, I'm done. This is nuts. I just want to go back to my old life. Everything that I've seen this year is a lot to fathom. Who am I? Jesus? Like, no, like I'm Juniper Bloom Mystique, this little blonde girl who went through hell named Brianna. Okay. And I even told special person to me that I wanted to delete my channel. I quit. I just want to go back to normal. I've been applying for jobs like crazy. I want nothing more than to leave this apartment. So much so that I'm willing to just, like I said, just leave here. That's the feeling I have, and I'm just like, I'm done. I just want to be normal. Because this whole last year, you guys, I haven't had income other than what I do with you guys, other than what I do with my workshops, and it was not enough to survive. And I had to get help from my son, and this has been my reality, okay? And I kept asking why. If I'm really doing this work, why am I struggling? If I'm really doing this work, why do I have to suffer? And I'll show you why. I'll give you a little insight into what I saw this morning. God speaks to you if you're willing to listen. Angels speak to you if you're willing to listen. Your inner knowing speaks to you if you're willing to listen. Where do you think God is, or the universe? Outside of you? No, it's always inside of you. That's what the Bible did, was have you seeking outside of you. Okay, and people are right now not paying attention to spirit. It's sad. So yeah, I'm just woke up. I don't have makeup on. I don't have nothing. I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm gonna hang with you guys for a while until my heart says otherwise. Because hopefully I get an interview. Hopefully the world is normal. Yeah, and that's what's been, so it's like, it's very interesting. I went to bed going this and this, and then I woke up with boom right in my face again, right? Like I cannot deny these things. I know the work I did. It's on recording. It's on videos. It's in my notebooks. It's been with people. It's been without people. It's been a non-stop journey for the entire year and a half, 2 years since my awakening. Okay. Non-stop, intense, out of this world, nobody would believe me type of a journey. And here I am, humble as hell, just wanting to hide in my little bubble and recover from all of the abuse that I've ever seen. That's all I wanted to do, right? I'm a big heart, good person, love my kids, just wanted to be in my little bubble. Don't need to be rich, did not ever want to be famous or known for this. Like, this is, again, I am not a light worker. I'm not like the other people that you see ever. Nobody out there is like me, I've realized. And that's what they told me when I woke up, right? Not like any of the others, blah, 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 blah. And no, I'm not trying to blah, blah, blah at it. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect what I've been through. I'm very much in awe with it. So I'll be honest with that as well. I'm very much respectful towards the gifts that I have and the info that I receive and the beings that I've worked with. So I do want to make that straight. I'm very much so respectful, big heart, lovey person, and can't deny what I've been through. And I do I'm, not a churchgoer, was never a Christian, was never anything like that. But I've always loved God. I've always talked to God since I can remember. Had things in my life that were crazy unlike any other. Okay, so I can't deny things. But first thing this morning, I see this, okay? Important message, please, like first thing, I pick up my phone, I see a beautiful text, warms my heart. Was bummed I fell asleep before I got it. And then I pulled up the thing, and this was the first thing I saw after I quit last night, mind you, okay? Like, this has to be fake. The work that if you look at where the earthquake started, it's right by the pyramids that I did, okay? Fiji was one of the bigger ones I did. It was a workshop I did. Where is New Zealand? Not far from Fiji. I have said for, like Amy said yesterday, about 6 months, changes in tides were coming in from San Francisco. right? And it was hard to fathom, you know. I was even telling people that, and they're like, well, maybe it's just energetic. Like maybe that's not really actual waves coming in. And so, like I said, I would be like, okay, maybe that's right. Maybe it's not actual waves. It's just changing in tides. So maybe that's where the voter fraud will be revealed. That was kind of my thought at one point. Like, I wonder what that means then, right? Now I fully believe it's the water, and earthquakes and things of that nature. All right. So I'm like, okay, wake up, Bree, wake up. Let's see what this is. Unknown Eagle, right? That's his name. The official earthquake guy is what he calls himself. So I clicked on it, okay? And
So tonight,
we don't need to hear it. I'm just going to show you key parts. If you wish to go find him and look at it, please do so. But when I clicked on it and I looked down through here, okay, through the comments section of what he was talking about, because this guy isn't very professional. At first I was like, I don't want to hear this right away. I was kind of like, but there was something I had to read. So I scrolled down on my phone and I read this, okay. From 3/7 to 3/11, 2021 CF6 will cause micro-magnitude earthquakes. Okay, we've had nothing but non-stop micro-magnitude earthquakes since the big one. That day I did my workshop, that day I did my last workshop, we had a big 8.1 in New Zealand. Like, you can't deny, for those that did it with me, that was in the same time frame I did the last pyramid activation. I mean, look at everything, it lines up. I can't deny it, okay? I know I was predicting things, but here they are. They're right smack dab in your face, everything I've been saying, okay? And every time I deny it, my guides are like, just because people downgrade you, Bree, don't downgrade yourself. That's what I'm hearing right now. And that's hard for me, because how do we judge ourselves? We judge ourselves through the eyes of others. Excuse me, sorry about that. So anyway, true people who have a heart judge themselves through the eyes of others, okay? And it's been hard for me, because what I have done and what I have seen and what I've been saying is not normal. And I have been met with a lot of hate and a lot of resistance. Excuse me, I'm going to blow my nose on live. I didn't mean to cry. But it's real. And why not cry? Why not show emotions? Because that's what's real. We should be able to cry. We should be able to have emotions. We should be able to have thoughts and opinions without people going, oh, you're stupid. Oh, get off the live. You're not worth a video. Dislike. You're crazy. Okay. And so, no, that's just what's up. Anyways, let me start that over. From 3/7 to 3/11, 2021, CF6 will cause micro-magnitude earthquakes increasing in size until it reaches its closest distance to Earth. I've been watching the live feed. It's non-stop micro-magnitude earthquakes in the same areas. And one in Africa they've never had before. We had one in Wyoming, not too far from here, small, but still, that's not normal. Like, these are things that are just not normal, okay? And so I'm like, okay, God, all right, I'm awake. Maybe I'm not crazy again. Here we go. Let's see what this has to say. And then I was reading this, a velocity, blah, 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 miles per hour. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, 7.0 magnitudes, right? These are big ones. These are not micromanagers. These are 7.0 magnitudes. Will cause more seismic activity in the following areas. These are expected to be 7.0 plus. Kermadec Islands, New Zealand, Greece, Iceland, Japan, northern to southeast Japan, Hokkaido, not foreign language in me. Indonesia, I can't even roll my eyes, you guys. I'm so not that way. Indonesia, Malaysia. How many times have I told you I went to Indonesia? A lot of these are lining up, you guys. Look at a map to every pyramid I activated, and not only the pyramids, right? I did other work too, and I've been doing it for 1.5 years, 2 years. This has taken me 1.5 years, 2 years to do all this work. The final part of it was the pyramids. The very beginning part of it was using words to start the energy of detaching from the falsehoods. Okay. Indonesia, Malaysia, Russia, Siberia region, China, Mongolia region. Okay. Won't affect me. Still very scary and devastating. They affect every area around them. They all have volcanoes. They all have different things going on. There have been volcanoes erupting that they're not talking about on the news, mind you, like anywhere. Okay. So majority of the people in the world are not paying attention. Then we go down here to the United States. California, San Francisco. I don't know how many times I've been saying changes in tides are coming in through San Francisco. Not the main bridge. The other one I see getting hit with a massive wave, y'all. And I've seen this vision for about 6 months, apparently. That's what Amy, and I didn't realize it was that long. I've been saying that, you guys. And I didn't know I was doing the work to bring it in. It's not my work, okay? This has killed me. This is channeled through me. This is not who I thought I was, okay? I'm not just some crazy saying, I'm God. I'm not like that. I didn't try to get a massive following so I can make people think that I'm this guru who knows it all. I have struggled with this myself this whole entire year to 2 years. And it didn't make sense to me at first. It was so much I had to digest piece by piece by piece while I was doing the work. Okay, so if you look at what I went through and you compare it to reality, you're going to be blown away with, oh shit, this is real. So take the time and do it. Don't just judge me. And I'm not going off on my followers and those that believe in me. Okay. So when I saw this, when I woke up, I'm like, oh shit, God, okay, thank you for the info. Because again, I don't research. Things are put in front of me for a reason. So I pay attention. That's what I pay attention to, is what I'm nudged to pay attention to. And that's all I pay attention to. Because if I take anything that's not real, it'll muck up what is real for me. Do you understand? And so that's how I roll. God gives me what I need. My guides give me what I need. Spirit gives me what I need. I hear what I need to hear. I feel what I need to feel. And I see what I need to see. If things come from the outside and I don't feel like I need them, I don't pay attention to them. Okay? Because not everything is reality. And I take in what is only. All right. So San Francisco, 3-9. That's tomorrow. This is 7.0 or above. And didn't I say yesterday, I'm telling you, they're calling for a big one coming in California. And last night I was trying to tell myself, they're going to calm down. These are all micro, I was talking to somebody and he was like, yeah, they're small, and I even tried to tell him, he's like, Bree, it's not deniable, I'm like, but I'm crazy. I'm getting emotional, you guys, because if all of this is real, this is big. And I've been saying this is bigger than us. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than you. And at the very least, we should be paying attention to our heart. We should be paying attention to loving each other, okay? Not judging each other, not trying to be famous, not trying to get money, not trying to focus on prestige or external shit that doesn't matter, okay? Stop doing that now. That is the message that came through this morning, is like, all this time, this whole last year, all I've wanted was to be normal and to have a safe place. While I watch other people want a huge following, want to manipulate people to get money, want to take me down because my gift was real and very powerful and I couldn't stop it, I couldn't control it, and they were judging, okay? Just look at who I am, look what's going on, right? I mean, I'm not some crazy person who's like, oh, I'm coming of God and we're all going to do this and you better repent. And like, I've seen that. I'm just telling you, like, change in perspective. Look at things a different way. Really do your research. California, San Francisco, 3/9/2021. Okay, these are predictions. He's been pretty right so far, even though he's a little out there, right? Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. I was a pothead. I was pretty cool. So that's all I'm saying. So if you watch him and he's a little out there, don't judge, right? But he is very, some of the things I saw he did predict and they were accurate. Okay, so California, San Francisco, 3/9/2021. Idaho, 3/8 to 3/9. Montana, 3/9 to 3/11. Washington, 3/10 to 3/11. Oregon, 3/10. Nevada, 3/8 to 3/9. Oklahoma, 3/8 to 3/9. Okay, I'm by a lot of these. Yellowstone is by, where is Yellowstone? Is it Washington? I don't know. let alone the apartments I'm in. Like, I don't, I'm with you. Okay. I don't have resources to leave. I don't have resources to leave, and I have nowhere to go. I have to sit here with horrible people who have hurt me, by the way, who have hurt me badly and are just feet away from me. And I have to sit here and go through this with everybody else too. Okay. Then the news is not reporting any of this. I looked myself today on anything I could see for news-wise, normal news medias that everybody usually watches, and nothing. Like, there's really nothing. Okay, so just take note. These are the dates he's predicting for 7.0 plus, okay? And so here I am again, smacked in the face with, they're still coming. I told myself last night, they're just going to get better. It's just going to go away. Maybe it caused just a few earthquakes to scare people. I know I'm not crazy because there's proof with it, so I didn't just make it up. I was warning everybody beforehand with my pyramids. Did I not? I was warning people way beforehand. And now here we are met with what she said is real, including myself. What she said is real. Oh, shit. Let me have a drink of coffee. And I've said before, I can't be fake. I can't worry about, I'm not pretty enough to go live right now. People are going to judge me. You want to judge me because I don't wear makeup on live? Kiss my white butt, right? And I said white because I am white. I'm only talking about myself. Like I glow in the dark. So I'm so not, I love everybody. Okay, I don't see in color, but I am definitely glow in the dark color. I lack some rhythm. Sometimes I skip beats. I can't roll my R's, right? And so forgive me for that comment, but that is just me being funny. But if you want to judge me for shallow shit, move on. Okay. The continually low mag are warning signs, basically. It's almost like a buildup. There's more predictions for New Zealand for 7 plus. Also, he don't have dates on these ones. United States, there's dates on. Okay. And so that's today. Tomorrow, the 10th, the 11th. I saw another report where it said by the 15th it was going to the 15th it was going to calm down. And so I'm like, okay, is that why my workshop's for the 18th? Like, is it all going to, so here's this one, 3/6 to 3/15. Oh, that's the one I showed you. So the 3/15. And I'm like, okay, all right. And then I got one other one that smacked me in the face. Okay, now I will tell you, warning before I play this video. Let me see if there's comments. Hi, Greg, good morning. But I will tell you, he may not be here anymore. So nobody's even watching this. That's okay. It's early, and that's all right. So there was one other video I was smacked with this morning. Okay. I will give a disclaimer before I play this video. I am not religious. Love God. There was one church I found my whole life I loved. The other one locked us in a basement when I was a kid, told me I was going to die and go to hell if I didn't get baptized. And I freaked out. I'm like, screw you, you're crazy. But I did find a church later in life that I loved, where I got married at. I was baptized. It was a non-denominational. Okay, so I didn't ever like to attach to any of the religions, Christianity. None of them made sense to me. I knew in my heart of hearts, God was not a condemning God. You either let him in or you don't. It's on you, right? But he always loves. And I knew that. I knew if I didn't come dressed up, he wasn't going to condemn me. I knew that my mistakes, he was going to forgive. Those kinds of things. Like, I knew something wasn't right with religion. Okay. So I did not grow up religious. I grew up very into God, very into truth, very into love and light. Knew I didn't fit into my surroundings, knew I was not where I was coming from, and knew I had a bigger purpose from day one. Okay. So I'll just give you that disclaimer. Repeat. I don't believe everything this video is about to say to you. Okay, so I will point out the parts that I do. So this morning I was hit with this one. Important message. Please share. High magnitude earthquakes coming 3/6 to 3/15. And it gives you a breakdown. I'll show you one more time of all of the areas and when they're expected. Okay. Hello. San Francisco, California by 3/9. That's tomorrow. It's going to feel like a lifetime too, he says in the video. Idaho, Montana, 3839, 3911. Washington, 31011. Oregon, 310. Nevada, 3839. Oklahoma, 3839. Okay, so I'm just repeating those dates. Take note, please. These are predictions from somebody else, not me. These people don't know who I am. These people are actually paying attention. It's an earthquake tracker for free, so you can do it yourself. All right? It's like, come on, people. California didn't look good yesterday. Somebody was saying in his comments, okay? And so just be mindful. I'm not crazy. What I'm saying is true, and it's been true the whole entire time. And even when I try to say, I'm crazy, I just want to be normal, I'm smacked in the face with, you're not everybody else, okay? So now, I will show you the other video. And again, disclaimer, not highly religious. Don't believe in 100% of this video. I will point out the parts that stand out to me, okay? So this is the second one I was smacked with today. Get through the commercial, and then I'll turn the volume up.
The last days. Right from the beginning, God never left us in the dark about the things to come. He gave us a clear picture of what we are to expect in the end time. The occurrence of these predictions are signs that we are in the last days already.
Not last days.
God, in his infinite mercies, would not want us to be caught unaware when these things will come.
At least for all.
That is why he fully revealed to us what we are to look out for. Before now, a lot of rumors and false doctrines have been passed on from generation to generation about the second coming of Christ, most of which incite fear and trembling into the hearts of believers. But here, we will take an explicit study of the signs of the last days, one after the other, according to the scriptures. Emergence of false Christ. Matthew 24, 4 through 5.
I've met some of
And
those.
Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. This is virtually the most occurring of all the signs. Believers have been deceived already by people who call themselves Christ, but are not. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It is of great importance that you break free from the hold of any such Christ you are engaged with. For we have just one Christ, the Lord Jesus, the Son of God, whose second coming is fast approaching. Wars and rumors of war. Matthew 24, 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things...
Now, when I read that, wars and rumors of wars, how long have we been going into war? I feel like this represents a different war. The one that shifted. The one that you can clearly see now is not the same kind of war. It's people against people. It's not countries against countries. They're in our own country. It's ourselves against ourselves. All right, so that's another key feature that I wanted to kind of fix because things are cryptic.
Must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The Bible clearly stated that at the beginning of the last days, we would hear of wars and rumors of war. Different tribes and clans will rise up in war against each other. The constant uproar of wars and rumors of war is evidence that we are in the last days. Nation rising against nation. Matthew 24, 7 through 8. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
In earthquakes in diverse places. Nations rise against nations. Kingdoms rise against kingdoms. Look at it out of a cryptic sense. Look at it in an actual sense. This is absolutely happening. Earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquakes in diverse places, okay? All these are the beginning of sorrows. Now let's keep going and define what that means.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. Of a truth, we currently have nations rising up against each other, fighting for the world power while challenging each other to war. Aside that, the incessant outbreak of famine, pestilences, and earthquakes are all signs of the last days. Christians not enduring sound doctrine. 2 Timothy 4:1-5. I charge thee therefore before God and the Lord Jesus Christ, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and they shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
I happen to know the real Bible is coming. I happen to know that for a fact because in the work that I've done, I was shown, and I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm not going to tell you any more about that. It will come when it's time to come. That's not for you to know now. I know what I see. I know these things are coming. I know I have Recovering Humanity on my board. I've been talking about that for how long? Kind of cuckoo sounding, right? What does that mean? Oh, all the lies are going to come out and everybody's going to cry and we're going to have to heal them. Little did you know you were being asked, is it God or is it not that you're into? Is it light or is it dark that you're into? Where are you going to go? What are you going to choose? Because we're going to wash away the shit. That's my version of what they're saying, okay? That is the non-church, right? The actual connected reality human, right? Who is not into fame. I'm not into money. I could care less. You want to know how much I've had to lose? Right before I came here, God told me to leave everything behind. I didn't question it. We gave up. We came into this apartment that I'm in, which is a shithole, and I've been hurt here. And he told me, my guides at the time, I wasn't sure because I had had my awakening. Crap started happening there, and I just moved there in an emergency, and it got really bad there too. And I'm like, what is happening? And God said, go, leave it behind. I had just got all new stuff, just got a new couch. It was a fold away, new dishes, new pots and pans, all this stuff, got my kids settled. And then it went boom again. Okay. Cause I woke up there. It was in Manitou. That's where I had my awakening suddenly. Once that happened, a big shift occurred and I was told, leave. It was like this craziness happened. Again, got abused, had to leave in fear. Tessa got involved again. And it was this, I'm like, I couldn't make this up. I didn't cause this. Like it was happening to me. It was the craziest shit. And I don't talk about it to anybody. That's one of the first times I've talked about it. But I'm not kidding you. And I was like, why? I had a job, had money coming in, but all this stuff was happening. Finally was getting to where I wanted to be, I thought. And it went boom, right out from under me. And God said, leave everything behind. Or whoever my guides were talking to me in my head. Now I know it's got to be the universe, God. And so I did. I didn't question it. I gave up everything again. When we got here, I had no furniture, but the bed I brought and maybe a couple items. Everything else got lost, destroyed, taken. Couldn't take it with me because the way we had to leave, I lost my dog, my cat, and I love my animals. My animals more than the stuff, okay? And we came here with nothing. I ended up getting air mattresses. That's what we sat on at first. And then I was building again, okay? And then all of these things were coming through. I was put in the public eye, which I didn't like, having to heal. Like this was not something that I sought out to do. It was not comfortable. And I had to surrender more than anybody I've ever known, all right? You want to talk about the wrath of God, right? You want to talk about a true holy person, a true person who's connected to God. Remove the falsehoods, put me in there, and you can kind of see what is the true heart. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So don't take everything in here solely, but yes, it's very cryptic, but it's very, like, you can't deny these things, right? So maybe a little change in perspective. Maybe a little change in perspective would help, okay? Again, I've been told several times it's not the end of days. If I have seen that we are bringing forth new things, I have a modality to bring forth. I'm still not quite sure yet. I'm supposed to teach people how to work in this new energy because Lord knows what I just done. Activating the pyramids. What's that? I didn't even know. I didn't know. I couldn't have made it up. I'm not just healing them. I activated them. I haven't seen anybody else do that. I don't know. I have no explanation from anybody else. All I know is, like I've said thousands of times, I tried to stop myself from doing it. I blew out my solar plexus. I fought doing it. And then the moment I finished, like from the moment I started these things were happening in the earth. But the moment I finished, we got hit with an 8.1 in New Zealand. Okay. Pay attention. I can't deny the things that I've done. And when I got to this apartment complex, I'm gonna be real, okay? Because I'm gonna be real. Because if this is like the end of days or the end of ways or whatever, then why not be honest and real and wholehearted? Why not? If I'm crazy, then call me crazy. Maybe I'll be crazy. Even coming to this apartment, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, trying to get going in this new business that apparently I'm supposed to be in. I'm supposed to be this healer, trying to figure that out, make it all work, doing my best, making myself healthy like I was being prompted to do. God asked me to quit smoking. I did. Doing all these things. Then I got hit with, wham, this guy who lives here coming into my presence. And I was told to help him. I fell deeply and he just affected me so much. Like I knew him. It was an immediate opening my heart, blowing stuff open, knew I had to heal. And I was presented with being like, he literally told me that he wanted money and drugs more than me. Like I wasn't worth it because it was money and drugs. And then in the end told me I was crazy and all these crazy things happened. Okay. Like I can't make this stuff up. When I put all the pieces of what I've gone through together, I can't make it up. I can't change the reality. It smacks me in the face, you guys. Okay. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, like, I cannot run from it. I can't deny it. I can't sit here and go, I just want to be normal. I've applied for at least 100 jobs this last month. And I can't seem to be back to who I once was anymore. There's like no going backwards. Okay. And then all these people have been having to help me here. It's the worst feeling. And all I want is out of this apartment complex. Okay. So I'm giving you guys insight into where I'm at. All right. So I don't want anybody else panicking. This is what's up. This is like what's up with all of us, with me, with what's going on in the world. Okay. I don't have all the answers still. I can tell you what they've told me. I've seen changes coming in San Francisco, not the Golden Gate Bridge, the other one. I don't know what other one. It didn't look like, it was not green. It was like kind of like a gray. And they came in, it looked like an older bridge. It wasn't made pretty. You know what I mean? It wasn't the one everybody looks at and they show you. That's all I can tell you. And then this morning I'm smacked with 3.9, major 7.0 plus in San Francisco. Non-stop micro earthquakes. Why? Are they precursors? Let's just pay attention. All right. So let's watch some more of this and see what else it says.
This is yet another persistent sign of the last days. Believers are no longer willing to endure sound doctrines. It's too hard for them to adhere to, but rather they choose to dwell on fables. If you are in such a category, please repent now. It is a sign of the end time. We must continue to read the word and pray for understanding. Having the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, reveals to us the truth of the word. Do not be one of those who turn their ears away from the truth. The word of God will serve as a means of protection to you during these last days.
Did you hear that? Do not be the one that turns away from truth. That I believe wholeheartedly. The word of God will serve you in these last days. That I believe wholeheartedly. What have I been saying this whole time? You want to think I'm crazy? Fine. Listen to your goddamn self. If you can't listen to your body, you're in trouble. If you can't listen to your guides, you're in trouble. I've been saying this for a year. I'm shaking up the muck to be removed. I've been saying this for a year. I didn't understand it either, and I'm sorry that it had to come in through pieces, but it probably would have blown my damn mind. And yeah, I'm of God and I'm cussing, okay? Like, nobody's perfect, okay? So I don't want people going, oh my God, I stole in this age and I'm going to go to hell. That's not the case, okay? It's about, am I lusting for money? Am I lusting for a 20-year-old rather than a woman who has a good heart? Am I lusting for drugs? Am I lusting for fame? Am I so blind to where what life is all about? Am I so blind to true beauty? Am I so blind to what a good woman is? Am I so blind to what a heart is, what my heart is, Those kinds of things are what's important. That's when it's like, maybe I just need to wake up, change in perspective, okay? It's not like, oh, Holy Lord Jesus, please save me now. That drives me nuts. Like, I am not a biblical sense, okay? But I'm very connected if you haven't noticed. Okay, so we don't have to take it as far as the Bible tells you to take it. But I would rather say it's time to wake up, and maybe if it's not the end of days, it's the end of ways, then what do I need to do to make sure that I'm one of the ones coming through the new days, right? If I'm hearing her, maybe there's a reason she was put in my life. Let's just say that. Like, look at everything about me. I'm not crazy. There's nothing to say I am. Okay. Hello, hello. Hi. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm kind of not doing the comments. So this one's, definitely watch the replay. There's some good stuff here. Greg came on, and then maybe because I didn't say hi, he left. I don't know if he's still here, you guys, but I will check on the comments. But let's keep watching, because I feel like this was smack dab in my face this morning, okay? And Pamela, I'm so glad you're here, you guys. I have been going into a place where, like, everybody hates me. like everybody's mad at me, like this weird place in my head. So I'm just glad you all are here with me. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, everybody. Rewatch this video, you guys. I've been talking about, so yesterday I thought that I did the same thing. Like, this is nuts. These are just small magnitude earthquakes. Nothing's going to come in. I'm getting people to be afraid, and I got mad at myself, okay? And I wanted to quit. I almost deleted my YouTube channel last night before I went to bed so I can hide. I applied for like 100 jobs this last month, 15 this last week alone, okay? Like, I'm trying everything I can to go back to my old ways and deny this aspect of myself. I'm like, this isn't real. So then this morning I got smacked with these videos and this information that I'm sharing with you guys today. So, I will go back a little bit, and it's not to scare anybody, but in the beginning of this video, I showed you this other guy who said big earthquakes are coming in. San Francisco is predicted by tomorrow, a 7.0 plus. Okay. So please watch this video over again. I'll do a little recap before I'm done with it. It's good information. I can pull some cards too in the end. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in any hurry right now. Literally waking up with you guys. Okay. But this screen is wonky when I'm looking at my comments. And so don't think I'm ignoring you guys. All right. I'm loving the fact that people are here watching with me. And so I will keep checking. Okay. But this has been nuts. So I was met with the predictions. And then this morning I was smacked with this video about God and the coming of days. Okay. So I'm just going to finish this up and see what else this one says.
2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Okay, wait, pause.
That word righteousness, okay. Those of you who have been working with me know that word is not a good word, okay? So this video is not 100% in my liking. I don't like the falsehoods out of religion. Righteousness, don't be righteous. Nobody's better than anybody. Nobody's, in the moment you think you are, you're shit, okay? When you've got people who all they care about is a following and money, run, okay? Again, run from the falsehoods. Run from the people who are obsessed with the righteousness. Run from the people who say, I'm God and I'm coming. You better repent to me now or you're, you know what I mean? Like, don't listen to those things, all right? Pay attention to what's real and the truth of our heart, what spirit is, what the earth is, and what true love is. Those are your keys to survival. All right, let's go.
And is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Sound doctrine will protect your mind from the enemy. The enemy will endeavor to deceive us with false doctrine. That is why we need the Holy Spirit. Scoffers who deny Jesus is coming. 2 Peter 3:3-4. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. Unfortunately, some set of believers still deny the coming of Christ. The Bible calls them scoffers, and such an act of unbelief is a sign of the last days. What is most sad is that those who used to believe have given up and no longer believe he is returning because they have grown weary. But 2 Peter 3:8-10 says, "But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." We must realize that God does not work on our time. What we consider to be soon is not the same as the Lord. It could mean 2 minutes or 20 years. Therefore, we should live every day as though he is to return within the hour.
And I've told you this. It took me 2 years to understand what he told me. And it was what? A simple 4 words. You're different. You're not like the others. Those was started. You're going to change the world. Allow yourself to be yourself. Accept every bit of who you are. Change the world and watch the world change. That's all he gave me. And I went off that and guided by the angels, and it took me 2 years to understand that. So if 6 months ago I started saying changes in tides are coming in through San Francisco, they gave it to me ahead of time. It's a warning, right? But we don't know when, okay? And so a lot of people look at me and go, oh, she said this was going to happen, but it didn't happen today. It didn't happen on my time. There's more proof that our time is not God's time. Our time is not the universal time. So I've said that so many times. So please keep that in mind too.
Proclamations of peace and safety. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Another attribute of the last days is that people will clamor for peace and safety rather than they crave for God and righteousness. Beware.
Take away righteousness, please. Okay. Righteousness does not mean you are godly. Righteousness means that you better do this or this or this, you're going to hell. God says, let in love, let in light, change your perspective. Stop going after lust, money, fame, greed, all of the stuff that is of lower vibrations. Who cares, right? I have no money to my name right now, no means to get out of the shithole apartment where people hurt me and chose money and drugs over me. And I still keep going every day, delivering what the angels want me to deliver. I gave up everything to do this work. I'm not kidding you when I told you that. And I didn't care. I did what I had to do because that's who I am. So that's what you have to pay attention to. Who are those saying, oh, this isn't real. This is crazy. Change in perspective is what you need. Open your heart is all you need. The Bible is still really good at creating fear as well because of the falsehoods. So the new Bible is coming. You guys, so when they say the end of days, I happen to know it's not the end of days because I know there's new info coming. I know there's new modalities coming, and I know I have to teach people how to work in the new energies. So I have the DNA activation on the 18th. When did the guy predict the tornadoes or the earthquakes coming through? The 15th? It's like everything's purposeful. Everything has a reason, okay? And if it was the end of days, why would I have all this stuff coming through for future, right? May not be me. Maybe I am to perish now. I don't know, right? But I have to accept that, knowing that my fate is in God's hands, okay? Don't panic. Listen to your body kind of thing, right? It's about connecting to spirit. That's all I did yesterday. I wouldn't let my kids take their phones. We just went in nature and talked to God. Let a tree tell me how much it was hurting because I was so sensitive now. So if you guys were in my workshop for the pyramids, I'm way more sensitive now all of a sudden. I can feel a tree miles away in my hand that I touched, okay? I can feel its pain. It's nuts, right? That's what God is, okay? Take away the word righteousness. You do not have to be righteous, right?
Men walking after their own lusts. Jude 1:16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. And their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. This is so rampant in these days, walking after the lust of the flesh, even among believers. People are now yielding to the dictates of the flesh instead of the gentle voice of the Spirit.
How many people like me do you know that care more about their following and the money in their pocket? How many people like me do you see? I've seen a lot of them. All they care about is manipulating you and making you need them more. Or, I mean, there's not all of them. Okay, you can tell, like you can separate them. You can see which ones care about more about their numbers on YouTube and their ego and I've got to get this money. I've got to get this money. If the whole world is washed away, what the hell do we need money for?
Men heaping treasures for the last days. James 5:3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Covetous heaping of treasures will be one of the ultimate desires of men in these last days, as it is happening already. People are gathering multiples of possession without remembering their end. False preachers. Matthew 24:11. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. You will observe that teachers of false doctrines are all loitering around us, even in some of our churches. I therefore advise you to be very much careful in this dangerous time and beware so that you won't fall prey to them. Disobedience to parents. 2 Timothy 3:1-2. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. For a very long time now, I have wondered why these present-day youth are very rude and disobedient. But the word of God is ever true. We have been warned concerning it. So every parent that believes should prayerfully guide their children against the peril of these times. Increase in knowledge and travel. Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. A relentless search for knowledge is now the order of the day, as we watch people running up and down to acquire knowledge. But mind you, knowledge puffs up. It's of great necessity that we keep our hunger for knowledge under control as we hold on to the truth of the Word of God. Finally, brethren, having reviewed the signs of the last day.
Okay, let me redefine that. That goes to seeking outside for source, seeking outside for your answers. All of your answers generally are within. If they need to come without, they'll be presented to you in form. In the very beginning of this video, I talked about how I don't go seeking information. God puts it in my lap. Last night I quit. I was going to delete my YouTube channel. I was saying I was crazy again. I was saying everything I did isn't real. I was saying the earthquakes are not going to come in. The waves are not going to, I've scared people. This was going on in my head. I'm crazy. Like, I just want to be normal. I keep doing that. Like, this can't be real. Okay. And I went to bed, and then I woke up this morning being smacked with information right in front of me. I didn't seek it out, you guys. That was this video and the one prior about the earthquakes coming, about San Francisco being expected to be hit on the 9th with a 7.0 plus, and about Oklahoma and Wyoming, and all of that is in the beginning of this video on the other link. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to seek. Everything comes from source. Everything comes from within. If you're constantly trying to fill your space with knowledge, you're, generally speaking, filling it with crap and blocking source. That's the better explanation to that.
Let us endeavor to watch our ways, as we know that we are in the perilous times already. Shalom.
Okay, so let me check my comments. Okay. All right, you guys. So again, I woke up this morning being smacked dab in the face with these things, right? Like I didn't seek them out. They were just right in front of me. Those two things. I'll do a recap because you guys weren't with me in the very beginning. This was the first one I mentioned. Okay, this was the first one I saw this morning. And it's straight, the first thing was, gosh, why did it do that? Hang on. Let me show you from here. Yep, see, so I woke up and opened my phone. I had a beautiful text message from a special person, warmed my heart. I was like, bummer, I missed it. And then I looked again and I saw an important message. Please share high magnitude earthquake incoming 3.6 to 3.15. Okay. And so I went from, they're just micro, they're mini, it's going to be okay. Like I don't want to create fear. I'm just going to shut down my channel and go back to being normal, right? Like I'm going to apply for other things again. Again, I've applied for 100 jobs in the last couple weeks, few weeks, 15 last week alone. So, you know, I'm really trying to be my old self, like just go back to normal. And then I was smacked with this info. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, I'm doing a recap. All right. For those that missed the beginning of my video, that I clicked on the link. I'm like, okay, let's see what he has to say. He is not a normal weather guy. This guy does, you know, smoke pot on his videos. He's not exactly, you know what I mean? Like somebody would seek after to go, oh, he knows what he's saying, but I watched something and he predicted something exactly. So watch a couple of his things. You'll see his predictions have been coming true. He calls himself the official earthquake guy. He watches, you know, the earthquake tracker that's free. But since one of his predictions I saw was true, I started reading the comments, okay, or his little info. He is predicting, or it's showing in the model. The model is predicting, so it's not him necessarily. 7.0 plus magnitudes, okay, coming still in the following areas: Kermadec Islands, New Zealand, Greece, Iceland, Japan, northern to southeastern Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Russia, Siberia region, China, Mongolia region, then the United States, California, San Francisco, 3/9/21. Idaho, 3/8/39, Montana, 3/9/311, Washington, 3/10. So my point, Oregon, Nevada, Oklahoma. In the beginning of the religious video, he talks about earthquakes coming in not normal places. Okay. Watch this whole video. Put it all together. God put this in my heart this morning. Spirit put this in my heart this morning because, again, I was giving up. Whenever I've tried to give up, angels always intervene with me. Like, wake up, breathe. They would give me music, right? Sandalphon brings me songs. I love him for that. That's the man after my own heart right there. Somebody who can put music in my soul, by the way. And so take everything I've said in this video. Take everything that I've been saying to you. And I'm hoping for a change in perspective because I'm having one. I'm having one, and I'm a sitting duck. Straight up, I'm a sitting duck. I can't leave. And I'm like, why, God? Why am I put here and I can't leave? Like, it's interesting, okay? But again, I will remind you guys that if it were the end of days, why on earth would I know for a fact that we have new information of things coming? I know this for a fact that I have Recovering Humanity on my board, okay? And so when they talk about the end of days, I am not being presented with the end of days. Everything tells me is that it's just they use water's cleansing, right? Just as we teach in our healing sessions as the healer, imagine water washing over the muck. I truly believe Spirit uses water to wash over the muck. How do you get water moving? I also move the earth, which what? How can you deny it at this point? When I say I move the earth, and then all of a sudden you see all of these things happening that are unprecedented, that match all of this other stuff, like we can't deny it anymore. I can't deny it anymore. I can't deny it anymore. And that's what I was woke up to. And so I'm going to sit with nothing else matters. My possessions don't matter. If I need to take me and my kids in my car, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go with what matters. I'm going to sit with love and light, and I'm going to sit with peace, and I'm going to take in every moment with my family, and I'm going to listen to Spirit. So whenever they nudge me to do anything, that's what I'm doing. If I get a healing thing, that's what I'm going to do. I'll heal people. I can't be anything but who I am. Again, I was never one who cared about the fame. I never cared about my numbers. I hated it. The more people would come into my space, I would like, like almost energetically throw up. Like I was never coming to you saying, "Oh my God, I am God and we are all gonna die." If you look at who I am and what I've done and the way I am, it all makes sense now. It's like light bulb for myself. It all makes sense now. And didn't I tell you everything's going to make sense really soon? That's what they kept telling me. Everything is going to make sense really soon. And it is now. Do what's important. Focus on what's important. If you feel like you need to have a change in perspective, that's what I'll call it, okay? If you want to call it repent, if you want to call it asking for change of perspective, open your heart, let light in. That's all you have to do. Once you do that, you're able to see things. You're able to say sorries. You're able to receive forgiveness as well as forgive. I mean, that's it. Money doesn't matter. If we're left with a vast earth where everything's wiped out, what would matter? Would you need money? Hell to the no. We would be going back to natural resources. Okay? Maybe that's why I've been stripped of nothing. I don't know, but a true person of God doesn't necessarily care about possessions. And I think I've proved that 1,000% over this whole entire year. I have nothing. And I don't know where I'm going to go. Not intentionally, not because I suck. I'm highly educated. I've been applying for jobs. It just seems to be blocked, everything I do. Like this is where I'm been placed. And I've had to do it being treated like crap. And being chosen, somebody choosing money and drugs, and all of these things smacked in my face. Like you cannot deny what was presented to me this morning. I can't deny it. And so all I'm asking you guys is to pay attention to your truths, pay attention to your inner knowing, pay attention again to your state of love and light. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on money right now? Are you focusing on fame? Are the light workers you're following focusing on their numbers? I would get sensitive and it would hurt me when people would dislike or unfollow. That's about it. The more people I have, the more I freak out. Like, seriously, I'm not about fame. I could care less. I was never one saying to you, I'm going to come and do this. And I'm the coming of, like, all of this is hitting me of what I've done and who I am after the fact. And I still want to shut my channel down and curl in a bubble. And again, I don't care that I have no makeup on. Like, if you want to judge that, kiss my butt, right? Like, I'm not like the others. Never was, never will be. And if it was truly the end of days, I don't think I would see what's to come to bring being new, to rewriting the Bible. That's true. Like all the falsehoods are going to fall. So we have to put it back together, right? How do falsehoods fall? That's what I've been saying. I didn't know, and I still don't know what exactly is to come or how far it's going to go. If, let's say, the worst case scenario, California gets hit really hard, San Andreas fault, there's another fault. That's another video I was going to show you. So there was one other guy that I was paying attention to, and I put him in save to watch later. And it's a very short video, okay? He predicts as well, but Salton Sea. So there's like another fault line in the sea that he was talking about that could also go off that is way worse than the San Andreas fault line. And that's what he was talking about too. So look for that one. I don't remember where exactly that one was. But, and again, I'm presented with these. I don't seek these out. It's what's put in front of me when I have questions. But he also predicts strong earthquake is likely northwest of Los Angeles or near the Salton Sea during the next 24 hours for 3/8. Okay? Are you hearing me? So this is not just me, you guys. Like, I can't deny it. I tried to say I was crazy, shut everything down yesterday. I don't care if you know, what it takes for you to understand that what's important right now is not money, not fame, nothing else. The news is not reporting this, you guys. Like, it's nuts what you see going on right now. It's time to connect. Open your heart. Listen to source. Because what did that one video say? God's words is what's going to save you. Right? But don't get righteous. Don't get into the Bible version. Don't listen to that. Everything you need is inside of you, and what you need will be presented in front of you without having to really seek too far. Do you understand? All right. And so that's what's coming through for me today. It's nuts. So let's see what this guy has to say really quick. Luke Holmquist. If it's commercial. I hate getting smack dab loud in the ear with the commercials. Like, whoa, it's always louder still, right? Like, listen to my advertisement.
Good evening. This is Luke Thomas here at QuakePrediction.com, and the Earthquake Forecast Center is 9:51 in the evening on Sunday, March 7, 2021. And we're here to do the earthquake forecast around the world. We're going to start with the California forecast. And we still have this risk northwest of Los Angeles for another 5 or 6 hours here in northwest of LA. And the risk down near the Salton Sea as well. And then for the 7th into the 8th, Sunday into Monday, the risk is down near the Salton Sea. So we have another 5 or 6 hours of the risk of northwest of LA. And then for the next 24 hours, it should be around the Salton Sea, where a 4.0 earthquake is possible during the next 24 hours. For the next 6 hours, the 4.0, 5.0 is possible northwest of Los Angeles. All right, let's go to Alaska. And this high-risk area southeast of Alaska here produced a 3.8. And that high-risk area, we'll show you here right now. We'll go up there. And you can see actually a couple quakes. See this island right here? What island is that? It's Montague Island. Right to the south here is a 3.8. And if you look at the forecast, here's Montague Island. Quake occurred down here in the 95% risk area. That was a 3.8.
Okay, so my point is, again, I tried to deny, saying things were going to not come. I'm scaring people. I'm doing this or that and the other. And then again, I'm smack dab in the pay attention. It's still coming. This work is very real. Okay, it's very real. Another thing, guys, is I lightning striked Ghana and another one, and they had a weird earthquake in Africa where they've never had one. Like, I can't make this up. Oh, yeah, everybody's having weird internet. If you're having weird connections, rewatch the video. I don't know why you would be. I'm hardwired in. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I've got it hardwired in so that it, on my end, I have the best internet I could possibly have here. And so just be mindful. I don't know why. There might be issues with the internet. Just watch it again if you are cutting in and out. You guys, I feel like if you watch this whole video, you're going to have better info anyways. If you're coming in late, you're going to miss some good stuff that I talked about. This is coming from my heart. This is what God puts on me to bring forth. And I know it's different from everybody else. Lose judgment is judgment of God, is judgment of a higher light. That's what love's got to do with it, right? That's what love's got to do with it. Period, right? So let me go into here and new share. Why is this all weird? Let's see. I don't know why I did that. I was going to do a whole screen of me and maybe pull a card, but it really isn't. Let's try this. Let's see if it's still live. Hey, there we go. And it's still live. All right, but I can't see your comments that way. So let's try this one. And go back, because then I can see comments. How can I do a message or two without a comment? So is anybody still with me? Let me know. I can pull a card. for the collective and see where we're at today, but really like what's important right now, right? Like what, and the scary thing is, you guys, is the whole world is kind of clueless. Do you see one news thing saying, hey, it's showing that we could have this earthquake here at this time? Do you see that? No. That's the weird part. So really just be mindful. Lose your judgment. I don't care if you believe in who I am. I have a hard time believing in who I am and what I've done. It's hard to fathom. I have to hold space that if I go with everybody else, I'm meant to go with everybody else, right? Like, I don't know. I've also said from the beginning that not everybody can go with us, and we had to accept that. Everything's finally coming together for me. Maybe it's time to change our perspective. Maybe it's time to realize what really matters and what doesn't. And if that's the case, if holding on to God is what's going to save us, then hold on to your heart. Hold on to your inner knowing, not the Bible, please. Do not worry about righteousness. Worry about how much love and light you put into your heart. Worry about forgiveness. Worry about acceptance. Worry about changing perspectives. And worry about filling your heart with everything you can right now. I went and touched the earth yesterday for sure, just in case she changed, right? In my home. I'd give anything to leave this apartment complex. Anything in the world right now, and I can't. I'm with you. I have already surrendered to the umpteenth degree like God asked. So I know I've done what I could do. And I hope you guys are just filling your heart with love and being mindful, trusting your instinct for whatever is to come, because I don't know. I hate to say that, yes, I caused these earthquakes that are going to wipe out a lot, so please run. I don't want to say that, but I can't deny that what's being shown either. And so just be mindful, okay? Be mindful, don't fill your mind with needless education like that video talked about. Don't fill your space with how many people are following you. Don't fill your space with following people who are ego-driven or false prophets. And a lot of people who follow me, when I say false prophet or somebody who is deceitful, I get one person coming to mind big time. Like, they are very relevant, right? I've seen them, okay? Pay attention. Right? Are they seeking fame? Are they seeking money? Is their information all about that? Or are they just trying to bring light? Right? Are they just trying to bring information? Are they just trying to tell you who they are and what they've been experiencing and what they've done and what they see coming and what they know they've done and what they know is coming? Just pay attention. Change your perspective, and please stop being mean to each other. Please stop being mean to each other. Because as sensitive as I am right now, I'm feeling a lot, and it's very heavy. If I touched a tree yesterday, and I heard internally in source, I heard this tree going, oh, like it was so sad, and it was in so much pain, and it was dying. And then later on, I felt it resonate through my arm again, and I felt it in my soul. I feel it all right now. I can only come to you real right now. I can't come to you fake. I've told you, somebody before was like, oh, look at this lady doing these morning messages. She gets up every morning. She does her hair. She does like 100 tarot pulls. And this is what she does every day. And it's like, that's not my purpose. Like, I'm not here to create fame. I wasn't here to, I didn't seek any of this out, you guys. All I sought out was a safe place for me and my kids, my own little bubble, my own little world. And I had to give up everything to do this work. I surrendered to an umpteenth degree. I can't surrender anymore. I'm only me. So don't judge. I don't need the comments about my no makeup. I don't need any comments about, I'm just showing you the difference. I feel like it's important, and it's being brought forth for me to do. I'm not asking you to do anything about me. I'm asking you to look at things differently. Look at things differently. Don't, God says righteousness and you better repent. Not everything from there is right either. It's not about standing in fear. It's not about being in fear. It's just about accepting that we are of one little source. Things are bigger than we are. And our job is to come here and grow in love and light and expand in love and light and to deliver love and light and to let go of falsehoods. Okay? So that's what I'm asking everybody to do. If your instinct is to leave California, I would say time's a taken. Okay? Just be mindful. I'm being surrounded by all of it too. I've got California to the left of me, 2 states over. We've got Wyoming above us. They're not far from us. I've got Oklahoma not far from us. Kansas not far from us. There's a lot not far from me. Not to mention I'm surrounded by a bunch of nasty, not nice people. And I say nasty because they were very mean. Okay, they're very mean. They're very just not okay. They're not making the right choices, right? I don't judge, but I'm just surrounded in a place where I don't feel comfortable. All right, so I'm telling you right now, I am wholeheartedly with you. Through and through. Okay? I can't deny. Okay, Gigi says she's not watching the mainstream media. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. You can still, okay, good. All right, good. Okay, sweet. And I hate coming at you with heavy. I love doing card pulls. I love just having fun like everybody else can right now and being oblivious to what's going on. But I can't. That's like not who I am. I do want to do some cards. I don't mind doing that. I don't know how, to be anything else than what I am. And I've got to bring forth what God wants me to bring forth, or spirit. But just be mindful. When I watch your guys, I don't know how to set this up to where I can see your comments and my screen's not wonky. Again, I have just been a normal soul coming and putting these things together by myself. Research, put it together. I don't have money, you guys. I've done everything from a place of nothingness. I surrendered my everything to do this work this year. Everything. I surrendered everything about me to do this work this year. And so I want you guys to take note. Okay, I'm not saying you have to do the same necessarily, just let love and light in. If there's something you need to let go of, if there's forgiveness you need to give, do it. If you need to accept forgiveness, do it. Change perspective. That's all. That's what they're like, be righteous. Nobody's holier than anybody. Kiss my butt. I don't claim to be holier than anybody. It hurt what I did. It hurts. It hurts to surrender in such a way. It hurts to be the Lone Ranger over here going, wow. It hurt. I came through the darkest of dark, and I've been treated like horrible. Like, it hurt. Okay, so just be mindful. Pay attention to the ones who are after waking people up or are after their numbers, who care more about their numbers or care more about people's hearts. Okay. Follow the right brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. I would say green because that's your heart space color. Follow the green brick road. Right? Gotta have our heart open if that's what's going to save us for the recovering humanity part. Like, what does that mean? I don't know how far this is going to go, you guys. I really don't. It is intense, when you think about it. Like, earthquakes are happening everywhere. Micro ones to being larger now coming. And we don't know. We just don't know. Okay, I know there's Yellowstone. Nobody knows what that one's going to do. It's not too far from me and others that I know. I get it. And I don't know what to do, you guys. I don't know how to leave either. Okay, all I can tell you is your possessions don't freaking matter. If it comes to a point where you need to grab your shit and get in your car and go, then do it, because possessions don't matter. What are you after? The earth providing you what you need, or the money in your pocket and the fame that you house, or prestige, or people judging you, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Change in perspective. I told the kids yesterday, I did like an emergency meeting, like an emergency drill plan. The emergency plan is the moment if I get a nudge to grab them and run, that's what we're doing. It's like if mom comes in and says it's time to go, like it's time to go. We grab shoes, jacket, dog, out the door. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. Keys, shoes, jacket, dog, keys, gone. Right? I don't care about anything else. What are you going to worry about? Social security card that you're attached to the false world? Driver's license? Who the frick cares, dude? I was running for safety. Look it up in your system. Right? it up in their system. If you really want another social security number, you're going to be attaching to a falsehood. It's probably going to fall. You understand? I've been saying for years, I see taxes changing. I see the judicial system. Everything's going to change. How do you think it was all going to change? By one man finally ousting Truce? He hasn't even done it all the way. Like, come on, we've all been waiting. Like, what the hell? Why isn't he talking? Why isn't he showing all the suffering and carnage? Now they're questioning, why won't Biden speak to media? Freaking hello. Like, where are you? Where you been? Wake up. I don't know how far it's going to go. I don't know. We could be fine. We could not be fine. Aw, thank you, Amy D. So are you. But the mainstream media, Gigi, you haven't been watching, we haven't been missing anything because they're only talking about the same things. Same things. Trump is this, Biden is this, vaccine is this. You know, the only thing they've said is, oh, states are taking away the mask mandate and they're giving them warning, how dangerous. And so that's all they're talking about. You know, it's like they're detached. I talked about this on my last video. They're absolutely detached from reality because I detached them so they can fall. If everybody was going to fall, why would we detach it from reality? Okay, and so let's hold space. It's not the end of days. All right, you guys? That's what they've told me from day one. I have Recovering Humanity on my board. Now we know what that might mean. Multiple levels, from Truce exposed to the water coming in from God's wrath and washing away the nasty muck. Right? Those who have sat with the falsehoods and hurting people to get them are going to have to pay. Right? Like, they can't stay here. It just can't stay. And I've been saying this for a year. You know, if you're being nudged to leave a relationship, what in the hell are you afraid of? It may be down to where we have to get in our car and run. Like, we don't know, right? What's reality? What matters the most? Our hearts, love, or possessions? Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's always, what I mean is God will always provide. We are always given what we need. I've done this work with nothing, and I have the grace of God. People who are of the light have helped me. Things have always come through when they needed to come through while I was doing God's work. I literally let go of everything to do it because I was told to do it. I was put in a position where I had no choice really either. Literally, you guys, I gave up everything. I don't have a job. I have zero income. My ex stopped paying child support right before Christmas so that I couldn't buy presents for my kids, although I managed to somehow make some work. We helped him. Like, this is no joke. You have no idea what I've sacrificed. And it makes sense for what they call the end of days. A true person of God does not go, I am the prof. Like, I am not out there trying to get thousands of people to listen to me and to make them in fear and to do things. I didn't even fully understand what I was doing. I know what I had to surrender. I know who was presented to me. I know how I was treated. I literally know I was blown away by somebody choosing money and drugs over me and treating me like shit to do so. Like, I could go into details with everything, but I won't. It was really bad, and I was hurt very badly. You know, to presented with the most beautiful being afterwards. So I'm very thankful for that. I've got such a gift there. I'm so thankful for that. So there is that. Okay, it wasn't all bad. I went from that but it's all a part of what's going on. You know, it really is all a part of what's been happening. So take note of that, right? And I know that was a little heavy, but it's like we have got to get a change in perspective for what matters and what doesn't right now. Like, I had people go to my last workshop that didn't really even pay me. And I could be like, man, I can't pay my bills. Like, how dare you? You can never come back. I don't give two shits right now. I really don't right now. It hurts, you know. I'm scared. I can't even leave. What matters to you? What's important? Love, family, the earth, your animals, life, you know, when people have short lives, you always hear about who they touched. Do you understand? Who they touched. Who can you give love to right now? Who can you help right now? Be ready to just go when we need to go and not worry about possessions such as social security cards and things of that nature. God has a funny way of working things out anyways. Trust me. Spirit has a funny way of making sure our heart pieces can tend to come back to us too. In a lot of ways, if they're meant to or if they're able to. Okay, so if it's like pictures and things like that, just go. Who cares? Who cares? Right? Like, I don't think we have a week. If you feel like you need to leave California in a week from now, I'm not sure you have that time. I don't know. Maybe. I kept saying last night, all this will go away. It'll all go away. It'll all be done. I'm crazy. I'm going to shut my channel down, go back to my behavioral. Please, please, please. I've been applying like crazy everywhere. Like, I've been trying to do that. And it's like, no, Bree, you cannot be you now. Like, the world is changing. Keep trying to get into falsehoods, like things like that. I don't know. All I can do is surrender. Surrendering to an umpteenth degree. You know, I would love to trade what I did with any of those other people who have all those numbers, like that other guy, and like it's like, God, I look at that. Like, why did I fail? I've even said that. Like, I must have failed. I don't have the followers. I don't have people listening to me. I don't have any of that stuff. This guy was supposed to fix my car, you guys, and I told him who I was, showed him my YouTube channel, and he blew me off and won't respond now. Straight up. Treated me like crap, just like everybody else. I hate it. I hate being me. It's hard. I mean, I love being me at the same time. Don't get me wrong. Right? Like, I wouldn't want to change me for the world, but it is one of the most painful experiences I've ever had. And that's what's up. That's the reality. Apparently, that's the plight of a real prophet. Okay, not somebody coming at you going, oh, I'm gonna teach you all these things, keep giving me money, and oh, I'll give you this if you pay for this, and oh, I can't give you too much, time to go, I gotta go. Like, it's all about money, all about fame, all about ego, and I have been treated like that. Pay attention to what's real right now. That's how, when they talk about righteousness, don't worry about righteousness. Nobody's better than anybody. You don't have to be perfect to be of the light of God. It's all about listening right now, trusting your inner instincts, being in love and light. And those things are what are going to get us through so we can recover the rest. Okay? Those are the people who are going to be, in my opinion, making it through. What matters? Earthly stuff. I've had to rebuild more time than I can count. And that's what I've told somebody yesterday is I would rather be in my car right now. Like, I don't care about possessions. I've already had to lose them. And I don't want to be in this apartment complex so bad. My stomach hurts. I'm right here with you. We go down together. United we stand, united we fall. And if I'm surrounded by darkness, it's a little worrisome. Just pay attention and do what you need to do. That's all I'm asking. I can't give you any more. I can't tell you exactly for sure. I can only tell you what I've told you, and I have to believe in what I've seen and done. Have to. I'm met with smack dab in my face every time I try to deny who I am and give up on myself. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. Whoa. Okay, so I just pulled 3 cards as I was doing that, you guys, and they're all major arcana, and they go with exactly what I've said. Stay away from temptation. Your choices right now will determine where you go. Stay away from dark temptations. Stay away from temptations of drugs. Stay away from temptations of solitude. Stay away from temptations of judgment. Stay away from temptations from anything that is not of a higher light, period. Your choices will determine your outcome. These are all major arcana cards. I cannot make that up. Truth. Whoops. Truth. Stand in truth only. Stand in truth only. Pay attention to truth only. That's what I've been talking about this whole entire video. Watch who you follow. Watch what you follow. Pay attention to what's detached from reality. Every time I try to say I'm crazy and go the other way, I'm smacked with these things, you guys. I cannot deny these, okay? Completely sober. Don't even have pills in my system. I had to be completely pure. Right. So I'm not coming from a place of shrouded info. I'm not coming from a place of, you know what I mean? Like, just pay attention to what is truth. Okay. Your own truth, what matters. Your choice. These are all choice cards. Your choices are going to determine your outcome, period. All 3 choice cards. I cannot make it up. What are the numbers? 15, 20, and 19. Okay. And then this one is light. Follow the light. Light is not perfect. I don't have to look pretty with 3 pounds of makeup on to make you like me. If you don't, because I don't have makeup on, that's not of the light. Okay. Those are not actions of the light. Right now, your best bet is to follow the light. Quit looking at things like we used to look at from a limited perspective. We don't have time like we used to have anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Follow the light. Make the choices. Continue to make the choices to stay away from the dark shit. Follow the light. Follow the truth. Stand in your own truth only, which is what I'm doing. That's what Sean told me to do too. I'm following my truth. I have no other choice. These are very powerful cards. If you don't want to believe the words I've just told you in this whole entire video, I pulled these randomly just now. You've got that for you. These choices determine where you will go. And I hope I get to be a part of that recovery in humanity as well. Kind of how I'm feeling today. I've been praying, just let me make it out of here. Please let me out of this apartment. Thank you, Kathleen. I pray for you guys too. I do. Not kidding when I told you I gave up my life this last year for the work that I did. So when you follow people who are all about fortune and fame, they may take you where you don't want to go. Okay? And you guys, look at all these things. Look at what's real. Okay? The falsehood is so detached. The news is so detached. You know, KKTV, all those other ones you used to follow, they're so detached. They're not talking about the earthquakes. They're not giving you the warnings. They're not giving you the warnings to get out or to be safe or to be diligent of your surroundings. In an earthquake, what's the most dangerous thing? The buildings, right? And then the water. All right. So they did show me chunks of land falling in the water. That is a visual I got the day I did the last workshop. I asked God, what is to come of this? And I saw chunks of land falling in the water. It's a piece of a vision. I don't know all of it. Okay. Look, CBSN, Senate that's all they're talking about. I've not seen one of them talk about the volcanoes across the world that have been erupting. Where have they been? Like, certain towns are even being wiped out with water right now. Like, nobody's seismic activity review. Follow this Unknown Eagle guy too. He's a little bit unprecedented, you guys, but like, he's a little out there too. He's kind of like me, right? He's just real. He's real for who he is. And that's kind of why I like what I'm seeing so far. Plus, I've seen some things that make sense. And he's taking it off of, sources that are reputable. Like, Earthquake Tracker that everybody has access to. So it's not like he's just making it up. And, he just has some good info too. So there's a bunch of them out here you can follow.
Location, New Zealand, class minor, magnitude 3.0, 20 minutes ago.
You guys, okay, so that's another thing. All of these micro ones, we have had 100 in Hawaii in less than 24 hours. These are unprecedented. Just like that video I showed you from the biblical times, right? The end of days. You will see these 11 things before the end of days. Whatever. Like, let's not panic, right? But yeah, we're on the end of them. Okay, this one, right? This video that I showed you guys, it's like, it's nuts. It's nuts. I can't sit here and sugarcoat shit when this is what's coming through for me. Who I am is different than the light. I'm not a light worker. God told me that right away. I'm not like the others. I am here to do a job. Boom. And my job was sacrificial like none of you would ever want. All right, so take all of that in one big package and look at things clearly. And you'll have your answers. You'll know what to do. You'll know where to go. You'll know how to, what they would call, repent, or do whatever you feel you need to do to keep the light in you. Stay away from this. Do you understand? Temptations. Those of you who did my pyramid workshop, they were asking you, no alcohol, no drugs, nothing. We have to be a pure vessel, because right now when they're washing away the muck, you don't want to be a part of any of it. We are protected, but we got to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, we can't be a clear vessel for the light. Okay? Light gets mucked through the darkness in our system. Okay? I hate these videos. I really do. And you guys, I have a small following, and I'm like, why wouldn't you want me to like wake up the whole world, you know? But I'm not about fame and fortune. I could never be. And so I don't think I failed. I think I did exactly what I was supposed to do. And the ones that listened to me were the ones that were allowed to let the light in to the umpteenth degree. Okay. So you are amazing. You guys are listening to your body. You're listening to yourself. You're listening to God. All right. And so I happen to believe we are front lines in recovering humanity. So whatever that means, I'm holding space for that, even though my future looks very bleak right now. Almost as if I was stuck on the edge of California with nowhere to go. It's kind of how I feel. Okay. So I have to roll with it. I have to surrender. I'm not going to live in fear. I have to surrender. And I'm going to take every moment filling it with joy and love, and choosing to put people in my life who are filled with joy and love, and bring that to me as well as I can give it to them. But let go of the crap. Let go of what used to hold us back. Because if it was really the end of days, does time matter? Does little things matter? What matters is heart and love and being there for one another, not just yourself. Like, I'm going to smash you to save myself, step on you and run. Don't do that. Okay? We're in this together. United we stand, united you fall comes into my mind repeatedly. I've said that since my first workshop all the way to my last workshop. It came out in my very first workshop for those people who now judge me and don't even follow me anymore. Pretty much all of them. To my very last workshop said the same thing. United we stand, united you fall. And so I'm holding space for it is not the end of days. That's what they told me to. It's the end of ways. Right? So whatever that means, whatever they do to do that, take note, right? These are the cards. I pulled them randomly just a few minutes ago, shuffling them right here. All major arcana. All major arcana. I cannot. Here, okay, I want to pull a clarifier, and they're telling me my Starseed Oracle again. They're really pushing for that deck right now. Starseed Oracle. Really, really pushing for this deck. Starseed Oracle. All right, so let's do a couple clarifiers. What do people need to see or know or do right now? What is going on today in the collective? I don't judge people. I'll tell you that right now. I do not have a bone in my body that allows me to purely judge people. The only bone in my body that I have is to protect myself and my kids and my energy at this point. But I never judge, ever. I can't judge people. I love everybody. I see the light in everybody. I just know that some people don't have the light in them anymore, you know, and I need to protect myself. That's it. I used to have old energies that I had to heal as well from my trauma. But as far as that goes, that's it. So that came through as well. They're saying perseverance. That's a word coming through right now. Perseverance. So we must persevere. Stand strong. Don't give up. Things seem hard. Just keep going. Okay. What matters? Your heart and soul, or what others want for you? Come on. Are you trying to please others, or are you trying to please yourself? Come into reality. If we were in the end of days, everybody would stop wanting to please others, and they would be about doing what helps their heart, right? Not that you wouldn't save people. I know we would. We are big hearts, a lot of us, and want to help people too, and that's fine. But it would be more about, you know what? I don't care what people think of me anymore. Like me, you know, makeup on. I just woke up having my coffee with you all, and I don't give two shits. Like, you want me to put on makeup and be all fake for you every morning and deliver you card messages? I had somebody try to get me to do that before. Oh, look what this person does. Maybe you should be more like them. Straight up got a message like that before. And I told him, yeah, no, thank you. Not who I am. I'm not fake. And I'm me. And if you don't like me because I'm me and I don't put on cakes and makeup all the time and I don't be fake and I speak my mind and I speak the truth, are you in a higher light or are you in a lower light? Are you going off of what matters? If everything's wiped out but a few people tomorrow, is makeup gonna matter? You're gonna care if that's the new bra of the week on, or the new Netflix show is still coming through, or your car is beautiful? Nothing's gonna freaking matter at all, other than your life and making sure you have the necessities. Survival. I'm hearing 3 of those as well. 2 right next to each other. 1 I had to flip deck and pull from the middle. Starseed Oracle. Wow. Oh God, you guys, I cannot make these up, okay? Wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. This is speaking volumes to me right now. This is telling me that the rush to things is over. Like, there's no rush to things right now. You need to surrender to source. You need to surrender and go within. Is that things are occurring around you. That's what I'm hearing. This doesn't necessarily mean don't move if you feel you need to move, and those kinds of things. Like, don't just sit there like a sitting duck. This means wait, listen to what you're doing, listen to what you're thinking, pay attention. Things are moving around you is what you're focusing on, what you need to focus on. Wait. Okay. Before you act, wait, take the time and see what it is. What are you acting on? What are you thinking? What are you doing? Earth pulsing. Earth pulsing. This one's beautiful. Another earth card. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time in nature. Talk to the earth, not your TV. Talk to the earth, not your phone. Talk to your animals. Tell them how beautiful they are. Thank the earth for all that she's done for you and all that she's doing now. I'm sorry. I've never pulled this card before, ever. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs and uprooting. I can't even express this one. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs and uprooting. That's where we're at right now. Don't be you have to surrender to being defensive. Don't be defensive. You're not right. Nobody's right now. This is bigger than you. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's about being in the light and knowing that this shit is huge. And it's not about those small things anymore. Who the frick cares? It's about loving, surrendering to that, letting light in. If what I saw in Atlantis was true, I still drowned with all those kids. Got it? Like, I can't make this up. I can't make these cards up, you guys. That's what's up. Hi, Katie Peg. Watch the whole video, guys. This one was very informative. It's not about fear. It's about changing a perspective. It's about what's right now. It's about who to follow, who to listen to, where the right info is that's going to get you through to helping recover humanity. What does it mean to recover humanity at this point? Let's define that one, because Lord knows we all thought it was very simple. It was all going to be like, oh, they're going to oust some lies. People are going to hurt. I thought that too. Now that I'm seeing all this earthquake stuff, I'm like, oh God, maybe recovering humanity is way bigger than we could ever imagine. Maybe that whole 11 events coming in the last days is real. They're calling it the last days. It is the last days of the darkness. It is the last days of the darkness. If you're a part of that darkness and something inside of you is telling you can still make it to the light, you better act now. I would say act now. Say sorry, let in the light, do what you got to do very quickly so you can follow that light, okay? Follow the light. Follow the light. Don't follow the false prophets. Follow the light. Don't follow the people who say, oh, they're all just, like this isn't like, I don't follow the light, not the false. What's crazy, you guys, is normal media is not posting anything about that stuff. It's all about this stuff. It's all about Trump. It's all about Biden. It's all about the vaccine. It's all about the virus. Shit don't matter right now. If you really look at the bigger picture, it doesn't matter anymore. It's all shit and it's all falling away. What matters? Love, the earth, people, humanity, nature. Nature matters. The earth matters. She can give you everything you need. I came into this apartment losing everything again. I'd already had from being abused. Like my life's been no joke. I can't even, and it was out of my control. You want to talk about surrendering? Now that's a true prophet right there. That's a true person of God. Okay? Pay attention. What's important? Yesterday I was like, let's just go back to normal. I'll be like those really pretty people who are delivering positive messages right now, completely clueless to what's really going on in the world. I just want to be that. That's what I went to bed. I'm canceling my channel. I'm doing a new channel. This is literally what I told myself I went to bed with last night. I just want to be normal like everybody else. I want to go back to where I'm working. I'm just paying the bills. My kids are safe. That's all I've ever been going for. I didn't have to have fame and prestige and fortune. And I didn't want a YouTube channel. I didn't want to. But it was my purpose. Okay? Pay attention. Who are you following? What are you doing today? Where are we going with light today? That's what it should. So what is our mission today with spreading the light, you guys? Let's do that. Let's raise the vibration. Let's spread the light. Let's talk to the earth. Okay? Let's give gifts. If you were going to die today, I would be living from that moment right there. If this was your last day, what would you do? Would you want to freeze in fear? Would you worry about money? What would be your thing? What would you do? Let's do that. Let's share love. Let's share light. Let's share joy. Let's share laughter. I tried to with the cards, but they're giving the same messages I did. Sorry. What would you choose today? Let's choose to dance. Let's choose to sing. Let's choose to love. Let's choose to forgive. Let's choose to give forgiveness. Let's choose to be exactly who we are to the core, without any worries, without any expectations, without any judgments, without any manipulation, without worrying about your numbers, without worrying about what car you have. What is badass? Let's define new things, right? Like, what does it mean to be badass? How about somebody that gave up their whole life to save the world? How about somebody that gave up their whole life to help others? That's badass. How about somebody that what people would call weak is really stronger than anybody else? That's badass. Somebody who is willing to see through the fake. That's badass. Somebody who's willing to make sure they can help as many as they can while they have nothing. That's badass. Somebody who's willing to look at your face and say, I love you when you destroyed their soul. That's badass. redefine the moment. Live moment to moment right now. That's what we're asking. That's what Spirit's saying. Live moment to moment. Live in the here and the now only. And bring joy in everything you do. Bring light to everything you do. Act like you might die today. That's how you live. Don't do it out of fear. Like, oh shit, let's panic. Let's run around like a chicken. No, that's stupid. What would matter if things got wiped out and you were left here and half of the rest of the world is gone? People have died. The president's crap fell apart. What would really be left? What would matter? Let's change our perspective. Let's not be in fear that this is the end of days. What are we going to create? What would we want to create? What would truly make you happy? Is it running after the money and the fame? Running after the white picket fence like everybody else tells you to? Sure, I've got this beautiful house I'm looking at in North Carolina. I would love to be there. Not a mansion. Very quaint. Big enough for the people that I'd want there with me. And that would be it, right? Like that would be my safe place. But even if I had to live off the land, do you want to know what I would really want? It's just people who love me with me and people that I loved with me. That would be all that would matter. That would be it. And some warmth. I don't like the cold. A place to be dry. Let's break it down. What matters today? Your soul, your happiness, or being safe? Fame? What movie's coming on Netflix tomorrow? Like what matters? You know what I'm saying? Change in perspective. Fill your cup with the light. Follow the light, not the darkness. We're in this together. And I can't wait to activate DNA. See, I have a workshop on the 18th, so I have to hold space that I'm going to be right here standing. All right? Through all of it. The ones that did my last pyramid protection, we are being protected. And I have to also hold space for that too, is, you know, I'm holding space for it's not the end of days, it's the end of ways, whatever that means. Whatever that means. I don't say this is going to happen for sure. I'm not telling you to be in fear. I'm telling you to be in light. I'm telling you to stay away from the temptations of judgment, of drugs, of all of the stuff that used to once be a part of this earth that are about to be wiped out. I had to do the same. I had to surrender everything and give everything up to do this work. The work of God cannot be done in falsehoods. So if you're watching people doing them in falsehoods, out of ego, out of money, out of fame, out of prestige, out of all that stuff, who the hell are you following? And are you going to follow them into your doom? Wake up. Let's wake up. And let's be in love and light together. Let's go dance around our house together, because that's what I'm going to do today. I was outside yesterday just being so happy with being with the person that I was with, the people that I was with, sending the love to the ones that I couldn't be with, and kissing the earth. Nothing else mattered. I'm taking a step back. God says I can't have money right now. Fine, because I've done everything I can. There's no reason I should be blocked. But I am. Okay? Go into what matters only. That's all I'm asking you. If you need to go, go. If you're in California and you think you need to go, I would go. Okay, but don't worry, right? Just go. Know that you're going to be all right. Make a plan regardless. Okay? Pay attention to what is not detached from reality. And just these videos are draining my energy like no other. Just these simple videos, simple messages are draining my energy like no other. Which is why I'm not extending my energy where it doesn't need to go right now. And I can't just sit here and answer all these, do like I normally do. So I do apologize for it. I love being in that joy. And it'll be back. I know we'll be able to do it again. Right? They're telling me to pull one surrender card before I go. Okay, so what do we need to surrender? Because that's God's word right there. Don't be righteous. Surrender. That's what God would ask. You silly person, you don't need to be righteous. I love you. We love you no matter what you've done. Surrender. How far you went into the darkness is how much you've got to surrender too, right? Like, that's God's key. It's like, okay, are you really into being of what's real, or are you into the falsehoods? If you can't surrender, I'd say you're stuck on false. If you're afraid to surrender because you're afraid to be alone, you're stuck in false. You're never alone. You will always have what you need to be. Maybe it's because you need to be stronger. Maybe it's because you need to be with people who really love you. Okay? Change in perspective. What do we need to surrender today as a collective? What do we need to surrender from moment to moment is what I'm hearing, not just in the day. From moment to moment. What do we need to surrender right now? Oh my God. This goes with everything I said today. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. That's what you got to do. If you can't do that, you got to wonder why. Because again, if everything's wiped out, money's wiped out, prestige is gone, fame is gone, what's left that's going to house you? The earth, the natural world. What does it mean to be in the natural world, you guys? What is natural compared to fake? These two together. Okay, that's what I'm being seen right now. This card and this card actually go together completely. Okay? These two. These are your cards for the day. For sure. Beyond all of them, these are the two major players there. Okay? Take note. Take note. These are your two major players for today. Stay away from temptation and darkness. Make sure you're making the right choices at all times. Let's hope to God I did too, right? And surrender to the natural world. That's all you got to do. And you'll be all right. Okay? Don't worry. Don't take it as far as the Bible tells you to take it. That's not all God. We're going to replace what's false out of that. So just surrender to the light, right? I'm not saying the whole Bible is wrong. I'm not saying all of that is wrong. God does not live in fear. Anything that creates fear for you is not of God. I'm not telling you to be afraid. If you're afraid, you're going to miss it. If you're afraid, how can you see the beauty in the earth? You can't. Go dance, go sing, go share the love. Who can you lift up today? What's a beautiful word? Just go spewing beautiful words to people, even if they hate you, even if you don't like them. You are beautiful today. You look so good natural. You're an amazing soul. Spread that love like wildfire and be safe. Okay, you guys? Spread the love and be safe. Follow the true brick road. Follow the green brick road. I call it green because that's the heart. Y'all make good choices because you're all listening to yourself. Okay? Yeah. That's really all I got to say. For now, I'm out. I will be on as soon as I'm on again. It could be in an hour. It could be later today. It could be in a day. I don't know. I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my soul. And I'm right here with you guys. Period. I love you.